Anderson, 24 hours after the polls closed on the West Coast, we still have, as we did 2 years ago, uncertainty about two very important states in American politics, including Arizona and Nevada. So you just heard from Gary and from Kyung. Let's start in Arizona, where Kyung is. As she noted, the last time votes were reported, Mark Kelly's lead increased. The key is to watch the next batch of votes and the one after that. If you remember the dynamics, in 2020, it was Joe Biden's lead that kept shrinking. He won the state in the end, but his lead was shrinking as the ballots come in. So the key is what happens as we go forward. And David laid out the percentages in Nevada. We have the percentages for Arizona as well. So we have to watch this play out. A vital state, obviously a vital race, a Democratic incumbent facing a challenger from a Trump-endorsed Republican there. Critical to the 50-50 balance we currently have in the Senate. Where will it end up? And then quickly in Nevada, this is where Gary is. He's in Clark County. It's 75%, 74% of the state vote. And the question is, can Cortez Masto improve that percentage as more and more votes come in? That's what she needs to overcome. One other key question there is, can she turn Washoe County here, where Reno is, and then the rural areas to the north? That's a swing county. Usually, the color of this county in the end can determine who wins the state. Lac Salt with a slight lead there right now. Again, more votes to be counted. I just want to come to this other map just very quickly. To get to the question here, which is, why do these races matter? Well, of course they matter to the citizens of Arizona and Nevada. They also matter to the dynamics here in Washington. Who controls the United States Senate? This is a runoff in Georgia. We know that now on December 6th. The question is, if Senator Kelly can keep his lead here, and Senator Laxalt can keep that lead here. Neither of these are guaranteed, by the way. As you heard both correspondents, tens of thousands of votes still to be counted. But they're so consequential because if that happened, if those two races stayed the same, then guess what? Republicans have 50, Democrats have 49, and once again, the Georgia runoff would determine the control of the United States Senate. If Democrats could get back to 50, where they are now, the vice president breaks the tie, Republicans would get to 51. So any change in those races affects whether or not this Georgia runoff in December is decisive, Anderson, and we're going to have to wait, listening to Kyung and Gary, for a while to get that. And just quickly, I just want to come over. You mentioned the House totals at the top of the race. I just want to show you the map as it fills in. Looks like a lot of red, but Republicans are not at the finish line. Republicans thought by now, they thought by this time last night, we would be saying there will be a Republican majority in the House of Representatives. Here we are, Wednesday night, 11:07 in the East. The Republicans are called. We have called 209. So they are now 9 House seats short of 218, the magic number for majority. Democrats 20 seats behind them right now at 189. Let's look where they're ahead. This is really interesting. Republicans are ahead right now in enough seats if nothing changed to get a majority. But look how narrow a majority it would be if it stopped right now. It's not going to stop right now. Some of these races will take days. Some could take longer than that to count. But you just get the expectation from looking at those numbers where they stand right now that, yes, the probability is Republicans get to a majority. It's also likely that's going to be a very narrow majority. One last point, Anderson, before I come back. Not enough attention, in my view, has been paid to this. Democratic governor gets a new Democratic governor in Pennsylvania, Democratic governor reelected in Michigan, Democratic governor reelected in Wisconsin, Democratic governor reelected in Minnesota. We talk a lot about the battleground states out here. They matter. Who will win the governorship in Nevada? Who will win the governorship in Arizona? These states right here, a long time ago, we used to call it the blue wall. They're incredibly important. That was a little messy. Let me do it one more time. You come up here, right in there. Yes, the governor of Ohio was reelected, but the Democrats held Pennsylvania, held Michigan, and held Wisconsin in these governor's races. I think, underappreciated story for the Democratic Party in these midterm results.